What's up guys, it's Matt with Good to Go Fishing. Welcome back to another bait making video. Today I'm going to work on some swim baits. I think you guys will find pretty interesting. The first one I'm going to do is a bluegill. Many people have done it. I haven't seen anybody do it the way that I'm going to do it, and it's super easy. The second set of swim baits I'm going to be making is shad-like, lifelike type swim baits, just stuff that will get bit. The cool thing about this video as well is I'm sending these swim baits to a couple people that I worked with recently that hooked me up. The first guy, Eric from Hooked Off the Grid, awesome fishing channel. I'm telling you guys, that dude got me hooked on big swim baits. I mean, I'm not 100% sold because I don't use strictly swim baits, but he essentially led me down this path to wanting to throw big swim baits more often, and that led me to wanting to make these. That being said, I reached out to Eric because the logo he has on his channel is awesome. I've been following him for years, and it's just like, I want the same guy that did his logo to do my logo. So he pointed me in the right direction. I ended up reaching out to a guy named Vidal Munoz. Awesome graphic artist. I love my new artwork. I love my new logo. Super easy to work with. Highly suggest you check them out. I'll put a link to both those guys' Instagrams and YouTube channels down in the description of this video. But we're going to get into making some baits. Let's do it. Alright guys, all I did was pour a little bit of plastic into this cup real quick. And I'm just going to get it to 350. Alright. Going to shake up some black dye. Pour a little bit in there. Stir it up. And then I'm going to pour this out onto a flat plate. And after it cools down, I could actually cut out the stencil shape that I'm going to use on the bluegill. Alright, now that I got the molds to temperature, I'm going to start throwing these little gill pieces on here. So it's a delicate balance when you're doing this too, because like if you get it too hot, it'll melt straight away, like it just did before this clip you're seeing right now. So hopefully it's not too hot. So I'm just going to put these little bluegill pieces right on here. Alright, so the next step is I got these at an angle because what I'm going to do is pour a orange belly. Now we're just going to let this cool down for a minute, remove this layer of molds that's holding it upright, and then we'll get to the next layer, which is just going to be a standard green. I'm not sure if I want to roll with the normal green color or go with this Char Lime by Dead On Plastics. I don't know, but this I've used this before and it looks really good. I might actually just have to use some regular green to darken it up a little bit. We'll see what happens, guys. We'll see how it looks. I've been experimenting with different types of Dead On Plastics. What they recommend you use for 6-inch big swim baits like this is the crawl tube. But I'm just messing around, and I found that as of right now, a 75-25 split between the tube blend and this swim bait blend just gives the tail a little bit more kick. The majority of the plastic I'm using is going to be the hard, more dense plastic, which is the crawl tube blend. And then the 25% is going to be the swim bait blend. So that's what I like as of right now. Who knows, it'll probably change in a couple weeks. The thing about plastics that I like is that you're making them. You can make whatever the hell you want to. So no need to always just stick with the standard. It's cool to just experiment around and just try different things and see what works and what doesn't. Alright, now we got our plastic up to temperature. We're going to go ahead and add some of this Dead On Plastics Char Lime. Because I like that big, bright green aspect of my bluegill baits. Now this is way too green. Obviously way too green. But that's what we got the regular green colorant for, right? So let's add a little bit in there, mix it up and see where it gets us. That's already looking way better. Still a little too bright. Hair too bright. There we go. That should do the trick. I still want it to be a little bit transparent, so let's dab it out on the table, see what it looks like. Yeah, it's pretty transparent, but I like it. I like what I'm seeing. Tiny bit more green. Alright, cool. This should take it down just enough and make it not so transparent, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Alright, so let's compare. A little bit darker. I think it's good. Let's I just dropped my knife in this hot plastic and it shot across all the way into the mold. What? I hope I got that on camera, and if I do, I'll slow it down right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and get all these bubbles removed by putting it in this in my vacuum chamber. I know what a lot of you guys are thinking, like, why did he just make a cup and a half of just straight green plastic? It doesn't make any sense. Actually it does. The way I do these bluegills is pretty unique. I haven't seen anybody do them before, but what I do is I just pour the green layer, let that chill for a little bit, then I throw blue, maybe some purple within that green layer. That darkens it up a little bit more, and then the top layer, the third or fourth layer, I don't know, I think this bait has 5 different elements to it, but the last layer is going to be the last color, just darkened up with regular black. I know you guys think that's probably stupid. Maybe, I don't know. You just have to trust me and wait and see what it looks like. Alright, so what I was talking about earlier is adding blue to this already green plastic here. So I like to use just a little bit of this. This is Dip Pearls. This is from Dip Your Car. This is high-end pigment right here. This is high-end stuff here. The color just, it always turns out beautiful. So beautiful when you use this. Alright guys, I just want to take a moment just show you how freaking beautiful this color is. I mean, look at that. That's why I love bait making. It's just, you never know what you're going to come up with. Alright, so now that that layer's done, I'm going to add some colors to this to kind of make it darker. And to darken it up, I'm just going to use Dead On Plastics purple. There we go. Now you can see it. Add a little bit of that and see where it gets us. And I know I want to add some black in there too, so here we go. Just a little bit of black goes a long way. So we're just looking to darken it up just enough to look good, if that makes sense. Alright, that is looking pretty good. I actually want to put a little bit more purple in there. So let's do that. And that should do the trick. When these colors are stacked in layers like this, it looks pretty good. So to give you an example of that was the middle layer right there, and this is going to be the top layer. See that difference? Most of you probably think this is just 2 blobs of crappy looking plastic, but to me, it's a picture of what is going to come out. Alright, now the baits are cooled off enough, hopefully. I mean, they're still a little hot. We're going to crack them open and see what they look like. Hopefully, they don't look like garbage. So this is the Epic Stud 6.1 bait fish mold. Cool. Yeah, dude, that's pretty sweet. Check it out. Not bad at all. Would you guys throw this? Let me know in the comments below. Let's crack open the other 2. I got a feeling these ones are going to look especially juicy. Yeah, this one is looking really nice. This might be the best looking one yet. There you go. Check it out. If that ain't a beautiful looking swim bait, I don't know what is, folks. Nice. Alright guys, now that these bluegill baits are done, I'm going to switch it up and start pouring some shads. Alright, so if you guys have seen any of my other bait making videos, I kind of do the kill dots or the shad dots in a different way. A lot of times people just hand pour them on there straight from the Pyrex, but I use this nifty invention. It's called a hole puncher, and all I do is punch holes in the plastic that I poured out onto a flat surface, so it's super easy. So I took these off the griddle because if it's too hot, the shad dots will melt and they'll slide down in the mold when you put them back together. So I'm going to let them cool down for about 10 minutes. Then we'll do the first layer of this shad swim bait. Alright guys, so I closed up the mold, set them back on the griddle. I'm not going to make the bottom layer color from scratch. I already have enough of this and it's perfectly colored white. Just the color I like. So essentially all I did was use some, what is this? Pearl X macro powder right here. If you guys have seen any of my other videos, you know I love this stuff and I use a lot. I used that and some blue highlight from Lure Works. And that's essentially it. And that's how I got this color. It's a sweet white color. These are just going to be basic shad, similar like or shad like swim baits. So all I'm going to do is take this out, cut it up with my scissors, put it in the microwave, degas it, and then we'll pour the bottom layer. Alright, here's the middle white layer with the blue highlight. Just going to pour it pretty high up. I think I'm going to try something different with the top layer. Maybe do like a really, really light smoky gray color. So in this one, I'm just going to pour it until it goes and fills up that middle fin, if you will. And this one, I'm just going to pour it all the way up pretty much to the tail and only leave the top section to be a different color. Go. Slight over pour on the first one, but other than that, it's looking pretty good. So we're going to let these chill out for probably about 45 minutes to an hour. I'm going to cut the griddle off, and after that, I'll pull them out and show you. Alright guys, time for the big reveal of these custom swim baits I'm making for Eric from Hooked Off the Grid and Vidal Munoz. He's the guy who designed my new logos. So this is still hot. Hopefully it's not too hot, but let's open it up and see what it looks like. I think you guys are going to like this a lot. Look at that bad mamma jamma right there. That's a pretty lifelike looking shad swim bait. Nothing fancy. I mean, I got that white down at the bottom with the pearl and the blue highlight and just the smoky top gray. Got this kill spot on there perfectly. This is good. This is a freaking good looking bait right here. Well guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys like these swim baits that I'm making for you. If you do, let me know in the comments below. If you guys have any other swim bait combinations, like different color patterns that you want me to try, I'm game. As long as I have the supplies, I'll try. It is what it is. If I screw it up, I learn something new. So I wanted to mention something for you guys. I haven't done this before, but I thought it would be a really good opportunity to do a giveaway for you guys. So what I want to give away is a whole bunch of my swim baits that I've already made. The way the contest is going to go is you got to like the video, you got to subscribe to the channel, you got to share it. And last but not least, I want you to comment in the comments below, say, I want these baits. In 1 month from now, I'll be giving some lucky viewer a crap load of some of these baits that I made. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, share this video if you guys know anyone that is into bait making. I'm really trying to grow the channel. The goal for me, I set a goal up, man. I set a goal up. I want to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Help me do that. So appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.